Hello, and welcome to episode 13 of Paint Eagle's Foolcraft series. I'm Paint, and this is gonna be good. So I'm back again on Aira's Foolcraft server, and today I want to take a bit of a sharp twist from the way we've been going and get into a mod that I haven't really touched before. At least not in this series. I've played with it a little in other games, but I haven't done anything in this one. So, if you're familiar with modded, you might know exactly what it is. It's Botania. So, what I have done is I have gone and made a whole bunch of floral fertilizer, and I'll show you how that works. And I've also been gathering up flowers in this pouch. So floral fertilizer is made just like that, and all this stuff comes from chickens. So it's great. It's basically free. So I can have these things, and then with this I can just hit the ground, and like growing grass, all these flowers pop up. Then I can break them. Now, the best part about this flower pouch is that instead of filling up my inventory with 16 different colored flowers, I can just have it all go right into that flower pouch. Never once touch my inventory, and it all ends up right in here. Let's see. Alright, so for Botania, let me designate an area. So I think this area back here looks good. So I'm going to fill in this with some dirt. Yeah, that's good. Fill in this a little bit, that way I have a little more room. And this will be my Botania zone. So it doesn't need a lot of room to start out with, but there's a lot of structures in it that could take more room. Some really cool ones regarding enchantments that we might get to, although we might not. It just has to do with what other enchantment mods I come across as I'm playing. But it does have some good ones. It also has a really nice armor set. Definitely better than the armor well, maybe not better than the armor I'm wearing now. Stronger, more protection, but it doesn't give the health bonus and the knockback resistance. This gives me health bonus, knockback resistance, flame resistance, and fire protection. So this definitely has a lot of stuff going for it. But to start out, you know what I want? I want to throw a crafting grid over here so I can have access to my whole inventory. So I'll just make a crafting grid real quick. And crafting grid. Let's start that up. Since this is all automated, it's already going to make it for me. I want cables so I can get to the crafting grid. Let's see, is it done? No. Oh, there it goes. That was nice and fast. And then these over here are already connected. I changed around my nether farm a bit so that I can get stuff back onto this sorting system and attach to my system a little better. So I've got this here. I let it run a little bit because I'll show you that in just a minute. There's a little trick that I know for getting the mana that you need for... There we go. Getting the mana that you need for Botania. So everything runs off of mana. So let me start with the Petal Apothecary. I gotta sync this. Petal Apothecary, right here. Just make one of these. And then I can just smack that down right here. That works. Alright. And now I want a bucket of water. Actually, no, it's water chicken egg. Let me see. You know what? I know exactly what the issue is. If I want a bucket of water, I can't just grab it out of that system there. Because that system, it would treat a bucket of water as an item. But water isn't stored in the system as an item. It's stored as a fluid. I can click here and get a couple buckets of water. There we go. But I can't get them as items, unfortunately. So if I wanted access to buckets of water all the time, then I would have to... Actually, that gives me an idea. I know what I can do. I'm going to make another one of those sinks. This thing here. Boom. And with this sink, I can put it here, and I can get a fluid conduit. There we go. And I can suck water out of here. And then I need to get to... There we go. My Yeta wrench should be able to tell you. No, it's not going to do it. Well, I guess not. I guess that's not going to work. Well, then I'm just going to grab another bucket then, and I'll make an infinite water source right over here. Maybe I'll figure that one out later. That is a bit of an odd issue there. I feel like it's similar to that milk one, but this one, in my opinion, should be solvable. So we'll just put a bucket of water there, and bucket of water there, just in case I end up getting rid of this sink. Alright, so this has water in it, so what I need is I need to put the right petals in there. So for that, I want to turn all of these into mystical white petals. There we go. Let me check. The flower that I want to make is this one right here, the pure daisy. So to make a pure daisy, I need 4 mystical white petals in here. And then I need to drop a seed on top of them. Alright. And seed. I have plenty of seeds. Boom. Pure daisy. So then you can go down, and I've got a pure daisy. I'm going to make a second one of these real quick. So there we go. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. There's another pure daisy. Now with 2 of these, I can do things a little faster because these are what make some of the basic building blocks of Botania. So I want to stack each of stone and wood. There we go. I can turn this wood into living wood. And the stone, come on, there we go. Stone can turn into living stone. So I just got to give that a minute to process. While that's processing, I'm going to grab some more torches. So let's just make just a quick stack more. go. Now that's unspawnable. And there are ways to speed this up and make this, automate this setup, and I will probably work on that later, but for right now, this will work just fine. Just gotta wait for them, and I'm gonna need a lot of both of these, so why don't I come back when I've got... There they go. See? Alright, so I'm gonna let these process, and I will come back in a couple minutes. Okay. And that's turning into living stone. When I've got a fair amount of each of these tucked away, and I'm ready to move on to the next step. So I will see you in just a minute. Alright, well, these are just about done. I've been storing all of it in here. So as you can see, I've got nearly a stack of each of these. Once this is done, I will have a stack. But something I want to take care of is I want to take care of all these flowers that are in this bag. Now, I could take them out manually and break them down, or the easier method... Just a minute, I gotta see what happened over here. Do these get... The easier method for this is to... Oh, they're in there. You just dump them right into here. So I can use Shift and right-click with this pouch, and it should... come on. Should dump them all out? Well, if that doesn't work, I can dump them out into this chest here. There we go. So that's all emptied. And this chest feeds straight into the refined storage system. Toss these in there too, so they end up in the system. I don't need that anymore. Don't want to hold on to that. Did a little bit of testing around this, trying to put a tank underneath it, and that just didn't work. So I think we're just going to have to do it manually. I think an older version, or maybe some other mods, had an ability to do it, because it would treat it as if it was moving buckets. But this one doesn't, but that's okay. Also, took care of my food issue. I made some epic bacon, which you can see it refills all of my food in a ton of saturation, and the recipe for it is... Well, that's not the right one. The recipe for it is super simple. Let me show you real quick. It's just 7 different colors and cooked pork chop. So, I had plenty of cooked pork chop, and I gathered up some pigs, so now I'm raising pigs. Alright, so the last set of these are all done and ready to go. So now with these done, I can make the first couple things that need to be made. So first, I need a mana pool. So for a mana pool, to make this, we have to make a diluted. Okay, so diluted is that. Fabulous just looks cooler. And then everlasting guilty pool. Ooh-wee! That looks like quite a recipe there. I was probably going to wait until later game. Alright, so a mana pool. Now, the mana pool needs, of course, mana to fill up. And I'll show you that in just a second. But in order to get that, mana is generated by flowers. So I want to get some... Let's see, I want to make an endo flame to generate the mana. So an endo flame is 2 mystical brown petals, a red, and a light gray. So, mystical brown. There we go. So 2 mystical brown. Yeah, I'm going to make 2 sets of this, just to get a little bit up on it. A red. And a light gray. Then I can put that there. Grab my bucket. And then I don't need to worry about anything that's left in here. Okay. I do want to throw some dirt on that, though. So let me grab a little bit of dirt. Just 2 blocks real quick. And let me show you this cool thing about Botania. So I'm throwing in my ingredients and my seeds, and I get my endo flame. I'm going to put that over there, because then, if I fill this up with water again, I can right-click it with an empty hand, and all of those petals are already in there. Boom. Second endo flame. So now that I've got these, I don't want to set them up just quite yet, because these will generate mana, but they won't put mana anywhere. So I've got to make a mana spreader. So the mana spreader, pulse mana spreader. Mana spreader goes like this. So look, we already made all this living wood, so we have stuff to make a mana spreader. Alright, and mana spreader should aim directly like that. So it's pointing this way into the mana pool. And then I can make 2 of these endo flames. So I've got them. I just pop them down there. And they can be right next to each other. It doesn't matter. They don't have to be spread out. Some flowers do prefer to be spread out. These don't. But I can get 2 coal. And I'm actually going to do 2 blocks of coal. Because they'll each eat a block. And then last for quite a bit of time. So 1, 2. There we go. They're both eating the coal. And this guy here is dumping the mana into there. You see this blue? I can't really see how much mana is in there because I don't have the right tool to see that. For that, I'm going to need a Wand of the Forest. So Wand of the Forest is made with 3 living wood twigs and any combination of these petals here. So living wood twigs, we need 3 of them. There we go. And for the petals, I want to go green and brown. Come on. There's brown. So I can take green there and brown there. And then take those twigs, line them up like that, and I've got my Wand of the Forest. Now with this can do a lot of different things. First, what it can do is by right-clicking on the pool, I can see how much is in it. See that tiny sliver of blue? There's not a lot. I can click this and see how much is there. You see it builds up and then it pulses and shoots it out. And with these, I can see how much is in them. And since this isn't full, these don't fill up, so these can transmit directly in there. You see everything lights up with how everything's spread around. Alright, now I could wait forever for this to fill up, but there's a reason I set up this system here. So if I take these legendary loot bags, I have a chance with them. Let me take a look at one. So make them like that. I have a chance to get these, come on, pop back up, Black Lotus. Keep cycling through. So I can just open them by right-clicking right in there. Opens them right up. Makes that easy. But with the Black Lotus, let's got the Black Lotus here, and the Black Lotus. So it needs a little bit of mana in here, and then when this is dropped in, it makes a cool noise. And it fills up a little bit of mana, not much. But the Black Lotus, just one of them thrown in. Let's see what, oh, 2 of them made it in. Alright. Look how much fuller that is. That could have been hours of standing here with these 2. I'd have to make a field of endo flames to get this full. Alright. So now that we have that, let's check out making some... Let's make mana diamonds. So for that, you just need diamonds. So let's just get half a stack of mana diamonds, and let's grab some ender pearls. And let's get a couple stacks of ender pearls. So let's throw in these. Making mana diamonds. Throw in these. Oh, looks like the mana pearls ate all of that. Wow, that was not as much mana as I was hoping it would be. See, it still says it's fuller, but then when I right-click, it shows that it's actually a lot lower. So let's see if I can find some more. No, don't want to throw these. See if I can find some more Black Lotuses. So I'm going to open a bunch of loot bags, see what comes out. In order to do that, my trick is this. I empty my inventory as much as I can. So, stuff that just doesn't matter. That I can get rid of. I want to hold on to my weapons. Get rid of these. Don't need that anymore. There we go. And then I fill my hotbar up most of the way. Sort what's left. And here, just pull all of these out. So they start spilling on the ground. I think at that point, that is all of them. Then I can just right-click here, and it opens them all right into the chest. And this chest is stuck to the ME, or attached to the ME system, and it just sucks it right out the bottom there. So I've got all of this stuff. I don't even know half the stuff that comes out of them, but it's usually some pretty good stuff. Let's see if I have any. Nope, no more epic bacon, but I have epic loot bags. I believe epic bacon. That might be a drop. It might not be. Anyway, Black Lotuses. Nope, didn't make any. So it looks like I'm going to have to do this either the old-fashioned way, or what I'm going to do actually is I am going to run to the Nether, let that farm run, because that is the source of the loot bags. That and these, I can move all of these into, let's get all these out. If I put all these into this other drawer, then it compacts at a rate of 16:1 to legendaries. And then legendaries, well, bag of holding, that's cool. I was a little fast though for it. So did that give me a Black Lotus? Nope, no Black Lotus. So I'm just going to have to go and let it run for a bit, wait until I get plenty of loot bags, and hope for a Black Lotus. And I will be back in just a minute. Alright, and we're back. So I didn't get the Black Lotus that I wanted, so I think I'm going to let that run for a little while in between episodes to see if I can get one. But I do want to work towards making the Sojourners Sash. So for that, the first thing we're going to need is an altar. So this runic altar can be with either a mana diamond or a mana pearl. And since we have the diamonds, I'm going to make it out of the diamond. Make one of these. And this also needs mana. So this can either get mana, well, it needs mana from a mana spreader. But a mana spreader doesn't only need to get mana from flowers. So we're going to make another mana spreader. There we go, another mana spreader. And it can also get mana from mana pools. So it currently doesn't have anything in it, because the way this works is this will call for it, causing this to fill up, and it'll go that way. Oh, I guess this does fill up. Okay, I was wrong there. Alright, so for the Sojourners Sash, the first thing we're going to need is, well, let's look it up. Sojourners Sash. We need a Rune of Earth and a Rune of Air. So the Rune of Earth needs mana steel, chiseled stone, or just any stone, block of coal, any, I think it's a brown mushroom, and mana powder. So let's see what we have for mushrooms. Here we go, we got 11 of them. Not a whole bunch, but a couple. We have an easy way to make them. We can farm them. Okay. Well, we're going to start with throwing a mushroom on here. It's as easy as right-clicking. And a block of coal. What else do we need? We needed stone. So we'll grab one of these. We needed mana steel. So we'll grab one of these. And we needed mana powder. Now that is most easily made. The way to make it is just throwing just about any powder, whether it's one of the ground up powders from the petals or gunpowder into here, and you get mana powder. Now normally to make mana steel, you'd throw a steel ingot in there, but we can get away with that because of the chickens. So this is now going. You can see it's got a progress bar going there. And so I'm going to need to make that rune. So in order to make that, I need 4 of these. Alright. So I need to put my wand on my hotbar. Throw... Oh, wrong one. Throw the block of living stone on there. Right click it, and I have my runes. I'm going to leave the runes in here for now, because we need next the Rune of Air. So the Rune of Air is made... Was it air? Let me check. That doesn't seem... Yep, Rune of Air. Okay. It's made with the mana powder, mana steel, and then a carpet, a feather, and string. So, mana steel. Come on. Here we go. Mana steel. And I'm going to grab some of those for another thing later. There we go. Carpet. Nope, we're just going to make... just going to make some wool. We'll make some white wool. So we can just turn this into carpet. Gunpowder. Some string. And a feather. Alright. So we can throw the gunpowder in here. And then load up all of this. If you accidentally put something on there that you don't want to make, you can shift right click it with an empty hand and it'll take the last thing you made off. Alright. So the Sojourners Sash, we should have all the rest of this. So let's see what we do here. There we go. I didn't want to put the mana steel away. It's alright. Sojourner's Sash, we can make just like that. Now, this does not work just as it is. Where did it go? Did I throw it? Yep. Okay. The Sojourner's Sash goes in the bauble slot, but it doesn't actually do anything like this. It's kind of useless. What it needs is mana. And mana, I need to charge up something from that mana there. So for that, normally you do a mana tablet. So mana tablet, or you can turn a mana tablet into a band of mana. You can turn a band of mana into a greater band of mana. And this just holds a whole bunch of mana and doesn't take up an inventory slot. So we're just going to make a mana tablet, one of these. And then we're going to make a band of mana, just like that. And then we can make a greater band of mana. There we go. Just like that. And this greater band of mana will suck up the mana from here. Maybe. There we go. You just set this to putting mana into the items. If we look at the pool, yep, it's completely dry. And the band of mana has a tiny little bit. You can see the little bit of blue. But I'm wearing it, and look how much faster I run. Look how much higher I can jump. This is the Sojourner's Sash. There's a lot of other things you can do with Botania. I meant to do that. Lots of other things you can do with Botania. But the Sojourners Sash is probably the best early game thing to do. And it's just super easy and a lot of fun. You know what? I feel like this episode is dragging on for a little long, so I think this is a good place to call it. In between episodes, I'm going to try to generate a bunch more mana and try to get some more stuff from those loot bags. Try to get a lot of blacker Lotuses, and we'll see how that goes. So, until next time, thank you so much for joining me on today's adventure in Foolcraft. I'm Paint Eagle, and have a fantastic day.